So, my name is Kiran. Okay, with 20 plus years of IT industry experience and 10 years in Naresh IT, handling part-time and weekend batches. Okay, I'll not give more details about me. Okay, so because 20 plus years of IT industry experience means you might have understood that I have worked in various projects, okay, various domains and all that. But my basic core programming skill is Java. Okay, Java is my fundamental and expertise in the programming area. Fine. So now coming to the important part. So with this, you might decide or you will be in dilemma. So what is this course or what is this DevSecOps tools? This is not a DevSecOps or DevOps course. So that is the first line that I have put. So please don't think that this is a it is a DevSecOps or DevOps course. Okay, this is not DevSecOps or DevOps course, remember. So this course is for tools actually that are used in DevOps, DevSecOps, development, in the coding area. Okay, the course name DevSecOps tools is given like because DevSecOps is a buzzword in the industry, and any activity that is integrated with production environment or development environment or infrastructure, so that is linked with the DevOps. So that is the reason the course name is given as a DevSecOps tools actually. Okay, but again I'm telling this is not a DevSecOps or DevOps course. So we are not going to study anything related to anything related to the in-depth part. See, some tools like Docker, containers, that you'll be studying. What is Docker, what is container, and how you can actually launch an application, simple application with Docker, those things, but not a professional DevOps course or a professional DevSecOps course. Okay. So that is the first thing you have to remember. It is actually the tools that we use in our daily activities, in our project related. Okay, and especially I'll be focusing on Java related. Okay, this is full stack Java related NASCOM course for DevSecOps tools. So I'll be focusing on Java related actually the tools that we use actually. Okay, in from the development perspective, I told you right. So the tools that are used in DevOps, DevSecOps. So in this we'll be studying about Dockers, and in the tools that are related to development, that is coding area, that we'll be studying the tools related to Java language, Java programming language. Okay, so what are the various tools? I'll be coming down actually. Okay, so this every developer should know about these tools actually. Okay, you might think these are tools. What is the thing? Oh, but I'll tell you. Even in interviews also, when you go for interviews, okay, so 60 to 70% of the interview questions, they'll be asking in these tools also. Like, so what kind of logging library used? What is, version control management. So they'll be asking on version control management system. Okay, so then they'll be asking about the performance testing things. Okay, these are all the tools that support your application, that support your project actually. Okay, that support your project. So, fine. So, yeah, just 1 minute. I'm just seeing some questions, or probably I'll answer your questions. Your voice is quite clear. Oh, very good. Thank you. Yeah, first, actually, these type of compliments, will get motivation. See, it is not like, faculty or anything. So, the students or the audience who watch a movie for a hero, or the students who attend a training faculty sessions. Okay, the feedback, both positive feedbacks and negative feedbacks. Negative feedbacks will improve. Positive feedbacks will give more motivation. Okay, fine. Yeah. So, okay, fine. Again, I'm telling, yeah, there are some questions again. Yeah, Yes, friends, actually, see, this is not DevSecOps or DevOps course. Okay. So this is the tools that we study in the DevSecOps. And what are the tools? So there are 16 tools are there that we study, which are as per your NASCOM syllabus. Okay. Because since you are all, after completing this, you all joined this for NASCOM certification, where you will be studying various modules for full stack Java. So NASCOM has prepared some standard tools that you should know. So you'll be studying about the tools actually. And the duration of this course is 40 days actually. Okay, 40 days. And I assure you that, see, definitely now, what is the date? 22nd December, right? I think after 40 days, you will tell me, sir, really we got actually good knowledge on these tools. Okay. Might be some of you know some of the tools. Okay. But what I'll do is I'll go actually the concept wise, in-depth wise, and even I'll be showing the practicals of all these tools. Okay. What are the tools that we're going to study? Okay. That is the next. Okay. These are the tools that we're going to study. But this is not in this order. I have listed the order. So it is, if I say this order means, first we'll not go with Git actually. Okay, we'll go with some order which I have specified, but I'll be giving a overview picture of this. So these are the tools, Git. Okay. So who will be using this tool? Development team, operations team, testing team. Okay. So all these teams in a project, if you go for any IT industry project, or those who are working in already projects, so you'll be having a development team who does pure coding. Okay. Then operations team. Who are operations team? The DevOps team. Okay, the DevOps team who create the infrastructure, who create the CI/CD pipelines. Okay, I'll tell you what is CI/CD also. Who create, so those are all, DevOps teams. Okay, who maintain the infrastructure. So testing team. So testing team is who tests your application, the functionality of the application. So whatever the code that you have written, that is working perfectly or not. Okay, in the application. So testing team does all that. They identify the bugs. And again, they report to the development team. So these are the bugs, these are the errors. So again, development team fixes that. Okay. So development team, operations team, testing team. Of course, there is another team called management team, who are project managers. I'll tell you that also. Okay. So for Git, who will be using? Development team will be using, operations team will be using, testing team using. But I'll tell you what is Git. Okay. So I'll tell you what is Git also. Just wait for some time. Okay. Next, we'll be studying next. What is the second tool? Jenkins. So Jenkins, who will be using? Development team and operations team. Okay. Next, Docker, who will be using? Development team and operations team. Next, Datadog, who will be using? Development team and operations team. I'll be telling you what is this Datadog, Docker, and everything. Next, so AWS CloudWatch, development and operations team. JUnit, development team. Okay, very important for development team. Those who are Java developers, Java programmers. Okay, JUnit is very, very important. Okay. Earlier, actually, during our times in 2003, okay, 2002 times. Okay, 2002, 2003, my career started at that time, 2002, like that. So at the time, actually, even I also, I don't used to write good code. Okay, at the time, because I was a beginner right at the time. Okay, that code is working. Yes, if I execute that code, I'm getting the result. That's all. And I moved that to production. But even after that time, we got awareness that we have to follow best practices. We have to follow unit testing. We have to test our code properly. So that is where the unit testing has come. So JUnit is part of that actually. That's why development team, it is very important actually. Next, Mockito. Okay, that is also development team, very important. So both are interlinked, JUnit and Mockito. Next, JMeter. Okay, JMeter is performance testing team. Okay, in testing team also we have different testing teams, like functional testing team, performance testing team. Functional testing team will test the functionality of your application, whether that application is working correctly or not. Okay, performance testing team. Okay, performance testing team, they test the performance of your application. So whether that whatever the application that you develop is performing speedily. See, suppose you open a website. Suppose you open a bank website like ICICIbank.com or HDFCbank.com. Suppose if that page is coming very slowly, you'll get frustrated or not? Definitely you'll get frustrated, right? What, this login page is not coming. Or if once you enter your user ID password and click on login, you are not landing to home page. Still that page is getting loaded actually. You'll get frustrated or not, right? Definitely you'll get frustrated. So performance is most important actually. The speed of the application, speed of the page loading is very important. So, okay, performance testing. So JMeter will be used there actually. Okay, these are the tools. See, very important tools. These are all actually. So that is the reason I told you. Nowadays, even in interviews also, they will be asking these tools actually. Okay, next, Maven. Maven is what? Again, development team. Very important. Build tool. Next, Gradle. Okay, that is also development team. Next, Jira. Yes. I told you, right? There is another team also, project management team. They will be using predominantly this. Okay. Of course, development team, testing team, operations team, they'll be updating their status. But project management team, they'll be tracking who is doing what. Okay. See, a project manager, they want to manage 40 people. Who is doing what? So what is the task assigned to that person? So when he started, when he completed, or if he's not completed, what is the status of that? Everything will be tracked in Jira. Okay, that's why project management team will be using this predominantly. Okay. Next, Sonar Cube. Sonar Cube is development team. For development team, very, very important again. Okay, the code quality. I told you, right? So not writing the code only is not important. Okay, I write a code. Okay, I'm executing that code. Fine, I'm getting the result. Fine, happy. But the thing is, you should not be happy just only after getting the result. You have to see that whether the code quality is good. What is the code quality? You have to follow proper code structure, proper indentation, or proper variable names. Okay, proper method names. Okay, and you have to use best practices in the method. Suppose if you are using for loops, okay, why you are using for loops? Say for example, if a logic can be executed in one for loop, you are writing two for loops. Okay, so that is not a good practice. Suppose a logic can be executed in even I can write a logic in executing one for loop. You are writing that same logic executing two for loops. So executing in multiple for loops will be slow, right? Okay, so like that you have to follow all these best practices. Suppose you are working on advanced Java, you are opening the database connectivities. You do not close it the database connections. Okay, all these are best practices. Those are code qualities. So that will be determined by Sonar Cube actually. Okay, manually you can find some loopholes in the code, but you cannot find all. But Sonar Cube will, if you write even 1,000 lines of program also, Sonar Cube will find all the code qualities. The whatever the quality not good practices that you followed, everything will be listed by Sonar. Even if you write 1,000 lines of code also. Okay, that is a powerful of that Sonar Cube. Next, SLF4J. Okay, compulsory. This is also for development team. Okay, so the people who write Java programs, logging is most important. Okay, without logging, you cannot move that Java program or Java service to production environment. Okay, SLF4J. Next, ELK. Okay, this is for monitoring. You have to monitor your application. Okay, that is ELK. Next, Heroku. Okay, it is development team and operations team. Next is Chef. Okay, it is operations team. Okay, fine. I told you who are what. Okay, I also told you development team builds the application through code or programming. Operations team, they maintain the infrastructure, CI/CD pipelines and everything. I'll tell you what is CI/CD. And testing team, they test the correctness of your application. Next, project management team, they manages the team and track the status of each team member. Okay. Okay. So our order of tools will be like this. So these are the 16 tools. You can count 16 tools here, but I will follow this order. From tomorrow onwards, I will start the sessions in this order. First tool I'm going to tell you is JUnit. Okay, this is used for writing unit test scripts in Java. Okay, second tool I'm going to tell you is Mockito. Okay, so Mockito is also for unit testing, but why Mockito? Why not Mockito? Okay, we'll be seeing all that. Okay, next, Maven. What is Maven? Maven for code build, making the code as an artifact. Okay, that can be deployed to server. For example, I am developing one project. Okay, say a bank project. Okay, so when I develop a bank project, definitely I'll be writing multiple Java files, right? Like bank customer related Java file, loan related Java file, account related Java file. So all this I'll be writing, right? So I want to compile all these Java files, okay, and make as one jar file. So that this jar file, I can deploy that to production. I can move this to production server or development server or testing server. So who will do that? If I do manually, it will take time. So if I use tools like Maven, it will do very quickly. See, these tools are helping us with very speed way, okay, without using manual effort. Okay, that is what. Similarly, SLF4J. SLF4J is a logging library. Okay, logging is most important. Okay, say for example, you are writing in your program. Many times you will be writing system.out.println. Okay, what is system.out.println? You are printing something. So sometimes you want to see the flow of the method. Suppose that method is having 1,000 lines of code and there are multiple if-else conditions. You will be putting system.out.println in multiple blocks. Okay. So why? You have to see the flow, how that flow is going on. Okay. Instead of using system.out.println, we'll be using logs actually. Logs are most recommended. And I'll tell you why logs are most recommended when we study this SLF4J. Okay. Next is Sonar Cube. As I told you, used to check the code quality. Okay. So the same tools, above tools only, I'm putting in the order. This is the order we are going to study. First day, JUnit. Next is Mockito. Next is Maven. Next is SLF4J. Next is Sonar Cube. Next is, okay. Next is Gradle. Okay. So I think, okay. This is the order. Okay. I think this is the order. This is the order we'll see. Okay. Here I'll give the description. Okay. Here I'll give the description, but the order is here. I got doubt actually. Gradle I'll not tell in the sixth session. Gradle I'll take in 11th session. Okay, I'll go through this order here, but here I'll be just giving the what is what. Okay, Gradle. What is Gradle? Gradle is alternative to Maven. Okay, it is alternative to Maven code build. Okay, but there is a slight difference also. Okay, either developers can use Maven or developers can use Gradle. Okay, or who knows, both Maven and Gradle, they can use anything. Okay, but I'll be telling you both Maven and Gradle. Next, JMeter, used for performance testing. I told you that performance is most important actually. Next, Git, used for source code repository. Here I'll go in detail of Git actually. Okay, Git is very, very important actually. Nowadays, there is no project with Git actually, there is no project, okay, without using Git actually. Every project, almost 95% of projects are using Git. And what is Git? Source code repository actually. See, you developed a code, okay? There is a team of 10 people who are working on a same project. Okay, every developer has developed their Java code. Will they store their Java code in their laptops? It is very dangerous, right? So what happens if their laptop crashes or something happens? That Java file will go, right? Okay, if that laptop crashes, that Java file will go. Okay, even you cannot recover that. You have to rewrite again. So what will happen? What we have to do? We have to put all the code, okay, 10 people in that project. They have to connect to a source code repository. They have to store the code in that repository. It is safe always. Even if your laptops crash also, code will be in there securely in that repository. So that repository we study is called Git actually. So Git is one of the very, very famous source code repository. Okay, I'll be telling in Git in detail. Next, Jenkins. Okay, it is used for continuous builds and deployments. So what is this continuous builds and deployments? I'll tell you. Okay. Now, if I explain, it will be nearly half an hour. Okay. So that is the reason I'll tell you this when I start Jenkins in detail. Actually. Okay. Jira. Okay. Used for project tracking. Docker. Okay. Docker used for building containers. Okay. Mainly this is used in DevOps and microservices. Okay. What are containers? What is virtual machine? I'll be telling in detail on all that. Next, ELK. So this is ELK means E for Elasticsearch, L for Logstash, K for Kibana. Okay, Kibana. So this is used for centralized logging for multiple applications or microservices. So the logs from all these application services are stored in one central storage. Okay, I'll tell you what is this. Especially in microservices, we'll be using this. Okay. Of course, this is not the course for microservices, but it is a centralized logging for microservices. Okay. Next, Datadog. Okay. It is similar to ELK only. As Maven and Gradle are both similar. Similarly, ELK and Datadog are also similar. like for logging, centralized logging. Okay. Next, AWS CloudWatch. Okay, this is used for resource monitoring in AWS Cloud. Okay, nowadays AWS is very popular cloud, and in that we'll be using CloudWatch. So this is for monitoring. Okay, where we'll monitor, I'll be explaining. Okay, we'll have different servers in the cloud, right? So we'll monitor the server's health. So what is the CPU usage of that server? What is the memory usage of that server? All that can be monitored using CloudWatch actually. Next, Heroku is a Salesforce product, which is a managed server in the cloud. I'll be telling you this also. And Chef is a DevOps tool used for resource provisioning. Okay, this is a pure DevOps tool used for resource provisioning. Say, for example, I want to create a virtual machine. So I will use a code to create a virtual machine. Okay, all it is a code for resource provisioning. Okay. So what are the prerequisites for these tools? Okay. So for some of the tools like JUnit, Mockito, Maven, Gradle, SLF4J, you need to know basics of Java. Because I told you, right, I am a Java programmer. So I'll be explaining you these tools with the help of Java programs. I will run these tools with Java programs. So for that, you should know the basics of Java. So that is a prerequisite. Okay. And remaining tools are, we don't have coding. It is on more usage actually. Okay. Less coding and remaining tools. Okay. Now, I mean, even these tools also, JUnit, Mockito, these are mainly Java based tools. Okay. And 40 days course. And what is the use of this tool? How will you be using this project? Okay. If any issue comes in this tool, you should know how to handle this issue. Okay. By the end of the course, each and every tool listed above, you will learn concepts and practical approach. Okay. So these are the order I will be studying. This is the order, 16 tools. See here. I'll be telling you in this order. So first I'll be covering JUnit. Next is Mockito. Next is Maven. Next is SLF4J, SonarQube, Git, Docker, ELK, JMeter, Jenkins, Gradle. See, by the order I have put like this is, first 10 tools are very, very important. I'll tell you, even if you know first 10 tools also, almost 80% of the 70 to 80% of the products are using these tools. Okay. From 11th tool to 16th tool, those are all extra knowledge for extra knowledge you'll be gaining. Like Gradle. See, if you know Maven, I told you that Maven and Gradle are almost same. Okay. But Maven is most popular use. That's why I have put in third place. Gradle, nowadays it is becoming popular. So that's why I put in 11th place. Similarly, ELK is most popular, 8th. 13th is Datadog. So ELK and Datadog are almost same. Different tools, but their functionality is same. Okay. Similarly, CloudWatch, Heroku, Chef. CloudWatch is most important when you use AWS. Suppose you are not using AWS, then no need of CloudWatch. So that's why I told you, first 10 are very, very important. From 11th to 16th, you'll be getting extra knowledge. And since these are part of NASCOM, so we have to study all these 16. So, but the order, I have put the order like this. This is the order that. Okay. Chef is like Terraform, yes. Okay, Chef is like Terraform. Correct. So Jira is not important, huh? So well, friend, actually, Jira, you're a developer, or so Jira might not be important for you, but for project manager, it is very important. So Jira is a bread and butter for project manager. Every day you'll be using Jira. Okay. Okay, Jira is very important. Yeah. Okay. It is not listed in 10. That's what. Why I have put it only because actually, because Jira, I can put first. I have to cover these 10, but Jira is also important. Okay. In this 11 to 16, Jira is most important. Okay. After these 10 tools, Jira is most important. Kubernetes, we are not going to study. That is not part of your NASCOM syllabus. Whatever in the NASCOM, we have put like this. Kubernetes, we are not going to study, but we are going to study Docker. Okay, Docker. Docker is the fundamental unit for Kubernetes. Okay. So Kubernetes runs Dockers. Okay, so Dockers we are going to study. What is the difference between DevOps and AWS DevOps? See, DevOps is actually a standard course. AWS DevOps is specific to the DevOps that you run for services in AWS. Okay, AWS specific. Okay, like that you have Azure DevOps, like that you have Google Cloud DevOps. Okay, those are cloud specific DevOps, but DevOps itself is a standard course. Which knowledge is required to learn this? I told you, right? Basics of Java are required because some of the tools are completely on Java based. So basics of Java knowledge is required. Coding will be used, yeah, for some of the tools you will be studying coding. Advanced Java is not prerequisite for this course. DevOps and DevSecOps are same. DevSecOps will give more security. You will be studying more security also. Okay, DevSecOps you will be studying more security. In DevOps you will not study security. You will be studying only the managing infrastructures. Okay, resource provisionings, CI/CD pipelines, that. But DevSecOps you will be studying about the security, like virtual machine security, identifying vulnerabilities, the tools that you run, like identifying vulnerabilities. Okay, and container security. All that you will be studying in DevSecOps. Yeah, definitely you can do software job. That is not at all a problem. Yeah, the course, I mean, daily I'll be taking for 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour I'll be taking. 8:30 to 9:30. These tools are freeware. So what is the exact use of DevOps in its IT sector? See, DevOps in IT sector, see, that's what. Say, for example, earlier actually, we used to write a code. Developers used to write a code. There used to be a separate team who takes that code. They do they compile all the files, make it as a jar file or binary file, and deploy that to servers. Okay, with the DevOps, everything has been automated. Everything has been automated, right? Once you check in the code into source code repository, okay, source code repository is very important. I told you, right? Okay, once you push that code to source code repository, from there, everything gets automated, triggered. Core Java is enough to attend this course. Oh, yeah, basics Java, I told you, basics of Java is important actually. New batch of advanced Java starts 7:30 to 9. Mm-hmm. Okay, that you have to manage the time. I cannot tell that. Suppose if you are attending the same in the same time two courses, not sure, you have to take priority which course you are interested. Yeah, 40 days. 40 days this course, okay? Yeah, very good question. Yeah, whatever I tell, notes is most important. Okay, so you have to take the running notes. I'll be writing in notepad, or I'll be using MS Paint. Okay, so you have to take the notes. That is most important. Okay. Yeah, I'm just seeing your questions. Not audible means, yeah, I'm not talking. I'm just reading your questions. Yeah, people are asking the same questions again and again. Yeah, this is not a DevOps course. Offline batches I will not take. I will take online batches only. I do work from home actually. Yeah, Google Classroom link I will. Yeah. So what I'll do is every running notes that I tell in the class, every program, every tool and program that I explain in the class, everything I'll upload in the Google Classroom. Okay. Uh, Tomorrow I'll get from the management that link and I'll share to you. I'll be uploading that all the notes in that link. You can download from it. No, yeah, that's what I was telling. Advanced Java is not required actually for this course. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm also excited to hear. Yeah, I told you right. Teaching is my interest actually. Okay, so though I have 20 years of IT industry experience, I get more satisfied while training only. Yeah, I mean the job also what the industry experience that I have that actually that I gain lot of practical knowledge. So I get more satisfied and more excited when I train students because knowledge actually will be shared and so that will be uh, I mean directly proportional to the uh, people gaining the knowledge and people entering into the IT industries, people cracking the interviews, people progressing in their work jobs. Everything depends on the knowledge sharing and training. Layoffs in the tech companies, huh? See, if you are a good performer, I don't think layoffs should be a question for you. So, for I think whatever I heard about layoffs is mainly on some who are not good performers. I mean, I have seen some many people who are good performers also, but it depends upon all the situations. Yeah, let us see because actually everything is not permanent, right? So even these layoffs also will not be permanent. And again, that in India actually that situation hasn't come till still the situation hasn't. Job market will be yeah definitely. I think see, these are all just news actually. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm just telling you one thing based on my even yesterday also. Even yesterday also, we interviewed actually for 200 people, and last week also we went for campus recruitment. Okay, that's what recruitment is happening parallelly. Layoffs are happening. Whatever you are seeing the news, but at the same time, recruitments are happening. If you see major companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, okay, then Tech Mahindra, they are recruiting this year 50,000 to 1 lakh freshers. Next year also they have a target to recruit 1 lakh freshers, but 50,000 to 1 lakh freshers. Okay, so recruitment is also happening. So don't worry about the layoffs that will come in newspapers or something. Okay, some news. Okay, you concentrate on the interviews, you concentrate on the technologies. So that will only even any layoffs also you will have your position. Okay. Yeah, definitely you will get this course knowledge. Okay. Okay. So this is the demo session today. Okay. Now you tell me. You tell me now. My questions now for you. How many of you know in these 16 tools already familiar? Which tools you know already in these 16 tools? In this highlighted blue color. Jenkins, Docker. Okay. Okay, I have seen many responses. Only few people know one or two tools. Only one or two tools. Okay. Fine. This is just for only just for wanted to know, that's all. But anyhow, I'll be explaining each and every tool in detail. In detail. Okay. Okay. Many people are telling that. Few people are telling that I'm seeing first time these tools are. Okay. No problem. After 40 days, you'll be knowing all these tools. You'll be expert in these tools. Sec is security. In DevSecOps, SCC is called security. Security. I told you, right? DevOps with security is DevSecOps. What is security? Like you will be identifying, I mean, the tools that you run to identify any vulnerabilities or viruses, like you'll be running antiviruses. So everything is part of security. What is the role of DevOps engineer in an organization? Yeah, infrastructure provisioning. Okay. Next, taking the code, packaging that code. Okay, and copying, moving that library to the production environment. All these are part of DevOps. How important these tools in IT industry? That's what, right? Here I told you, right? If you see, these are the tools that are used in IT industry. Okay, I mean the explanation that I've given. See, if you see every functionality is important. Unit testing is important. Code quality is important. Continuous builds is important. Okay, monitoring is important. Logging is important. Performance testing is important. So that is the why you have to know all these tools. Okay then. So all right. I welcome again everyone to the first session. Okay. So tomorrow onwards, I'll be explaining you. I'll be starting on the first two. Okay. Why AWS is more popular? Because AWS was entered into the market very earlier, long back, and they have spread their wings to a larger extent. Okay. After that, Microsoft has entered, but Amazon Web Services, even their services wise are they are very wider. Okay, and even now Microsoft is also competing with AWS and even Google Cloud also the same. So 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. is the timings. Class link is same. Okay. All right then. I wish you all the best. So welcome to this course. Okay. DevSecOps. Thank you all. Thank you everyone. So see you tomorrow. Yeah, thank you everyone. Yeah, 40 days is the course completion. Okay, thank you everyone. Okay, thank you all. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.
Pick only